Did you know that the most valuable truck you can own right now isn't on a dealership lot? It's sitting in someone's barn. New trucks hit $86,000 or more. Hundreds of Toyotas need engine replacements. Ford dropped 150 recalls in 1 year. And the old truck everyone told you to dump is now going up in value. The game has completely flipped. The great price collapse. What new trucks actually cost you? Let's start with the number that should make every truck buyer stop dead in their tracks. $86,155. That is the actual MSRP sticker price of a 2026 Ford F-150 Platinum sitting on a dealership lot right now. Not a supercar, not a luxury SUV, a pickup truck, a vehicle that was originally designed to haul lumber and pull trailers. But here's where it gets even more absurd. You'd think stepping down to something simpler, something like the XLT trim, cloth seats, nothing fancy, would bring you back to reality. Nope, that'll run you $66,740. Still want to go simpler? A 2-door long bed bare-bones work truck, the kind your grandfather would have recognized as an actual truck. That's $45,375. And it doesn't even come with a V8. Now let's rewind, back. In the mid-1990s, a base model truck cost around $15,000. Adjust that for inflation, and you're looking at roughly $30,000 in today's money. That means the most basic new truck on the lot today costs 50% more than an inflation-adjusted 1990s truck and delivers a fraction of the mechanical simplicity. And Toyota, don't think they're off the hook. Their entry-level Tundra SR5 is sitting at $58,754. Want the TRD Platinum? That's $76,184 for a truck with a twin-turbo V6 that has already proven itself to be one of the most problematic engines in recent memory. So, what does all of this mean for the old truck sitting in your driveway or tucked away in someone's garage? It means it's worth more than you think. A lot more. The depreciation trap. How new trucks steal your wealth. Here's something the dealership will never put on a window sticker. The moment you sign those papers and drive a brand new truck off the lot, you lose approximately 20% of its value. Instantly, before you've even made your first payment on an $80,000 truck, that's $16,000 gone. Just like that, for the privilege of being the first person to sit in it. And it doesn't stop there. By the end of year 1, that truck has dropped even further. By year 3, you're looking at a vehicle worth significantly less than what you owe on it. A situation the finance industry politely calls being underwater. Most people don't even realize it's happening until they try to trade in or sell. Now flip that around. An old truck, a clean, well-maintained late 90s or early 2000s half-ton, or a solid older diesel, has already absorbed every bit of that depreciation hit. It took that punch decades ago. What's left is stable value, real value, the kind that doesn't evaporate the second you pull out of a parking lot. In fact, the market for clean, simple, mechanically honest old trucks has been quietly climbing for years. Collectors know it. Mechanics know it. Farmers know it. And now, as new truck prices spiral completely out of control, everyday buyers are starting to figure it out too. There are people right now who bought a clean OBS Ford. That's the old body style, square-edged, classic-looking F-250, 6 years ago for $8,000. Today, those same trucks are selling for $15,000, $18,000, sometimes more. That's not nostalgia, that's appreciation. That's a truck that went up in value while a brand new one was losing thousands before the first oil change. When you buy new, the bank owns you for 6, 7, sometimes 8 years. When you buy old, you own the truck outright, free and clear. And that distinction, that difference between financing a depreciating asset and owning an appreciating one, that is the entire game. The reliability crisis. New trucks are falling apart at a rate that should terrify anyone spending $70,000 or $80,000. Ford issued over 150 recalls in a single recent year, compared to 10 or 20 from other manufacturers. That's not a minor quality issue, it's systemic. Toyota replaced its legendary bulletproof V8 with a twin-turbo V6, and that engine has been a disaster. Over 100,000 Tundras have already needed or are waiting on engine replacements on trucks starting at nearly $60,000. GM's 6.2-liter V8 in new Chevy and GMC trucks is experiencing catastrophic failures. Engines locking up mid-drive, pistons ejected through the block. Complete destruction on $70,000 trucks people trusted. Meanwhile, a 1995 Chevy with a 350 small block or a 2001 Ford with a properly maintained 5.4-liter V8. Those engines were overbuilt, running at a fraction of their capacity. No turbos, no cylinder deactivation, no 10-speed transmissions. Just iron, steel, and mechanical simplicity. That's why 30-year-old trucks are still hauling and starting every morning while newer trucks sit at dealerships waiting on back-ordered parts. The complexity problem. Pop the hood on a modern truck. Plastic covers everywhere. Wiring harnesses in every direction. Sensors monitoring sensors. It's so packed and inaccessible that some major repairs require lifting the entire cab off the frame. A high-pressure fuel system component on a modern diesel can cost thousands, and when it fails, it can send debris through the entire system, turning a single part replacement into a complete overhaul costing more than some people paid for their entire old truck. Open the hood on an 80s or 90s truck. You see the engine, belts, alternator. Spark plugs are accessible. There's actual space to work. Starter goes out, 2 bolts, 30 minutes. Fuel pump, $45 at any auto parts store. Install it yourself. That's independence, not a hostage situation to a dealership service department. Modern trucks have replaced physical controls with touchscreens. Climate, radio, navigation, all buried in menus. When that screen glitches, and it will, you can't fix it with a screwdriver. 10 years from now, when the manufacturer stops supporting the software, that truck becomes obsolete, like a smartphone that can't update, except it weighs 5,000 pounds and you still owe money on it. The privacy factor. Modern trucks are connected constantly, with built-in cellular systems collecting data on everything you do. Speed, braking, location, routes. You cannot fully turn it off. Insurance companies and manufacturers can access that data. Real scenario. Someone takes their off-road truck off-road, exactly what it was marketed for. Something breaks. They file a warranty claim. The manufacturer pulls the data showing aggressive driving. Claim denied. Your $80,000 truck, used the way the commercials told you to use it, just cost you a warranty repair because of data you didn't know was being collected. An old truck has none of that. No cellular connection, no background reporting, no silent data collection. It's just a machine doing its job. The tailgate symptom. Old truck tailgate? Pull the handle. It drops flat. Simple, reliable, cheap to fix. New trucks? Ford has a multi-function tailgate that splits, swings out, folds in sections with multiple latches and hinges. GMC has a version that folds out halfway as a step. Engineering marvels until they break. Then you're replacing a complex mechanical assembly costing hundreds of dollars, requiring a specialist. This is the metaphor for the entire modern truck industry. Every feature added is a potential failure point. Every convenience upgrade is a future repair bill. Manufacturers built an ecosystem where complexity drives dependency. You need their parts, their software, their service departments. The truck that was supposed to give you freedom has become a subscription to their system. Old trucks broke that cycle. They were built to be owned, not managed. Maintained, not subscribed to. Fixed, not updated. The final verdict. New truck sales are slowing. Inventory is sitting longer. Manufacturers are offering incentives to move units that would have sold instantly 2 years ago. The market is sending a signal. People are waking up. The manufacturers spent decades convincing you that newer was always better, that more features meant more value, that complexity was progress. But the cracks are showing, literally through engine blocks. Your old truck isn't a liability, it's an asset. The old truck everyone told you to sell just became the smartest vehicle you can own. Drop a comment. What's your old truck that's still running strong? Smash like, hit subscribe, and let's keep these old trucks alive together. Thanks for watching.